Hi, I'm Koen and these are my final thoughts on Eurovision 2020. But first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who watched my videos this year, even though they took extremely long to finish and they weren't all finished before the show Eurovision Europe Shine a Light. So thank you to everyone who kept watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and my apologies for taking so long to finish in this year. So, my final thoughts. If Eurovision would have actually happened this year, I think the qualifiers of the first semi-final would have been Sweden, Australia, Lithuania, Russia, Malta, Azerbaijan, Israel, Norway, Romania and Ukraine. The first semi-final would have been a very strong semi-final, the strongest one of the two, like I've said many times before in my videos this year. So I easily could have been wrong, of course, but these are the ones that I think are the strongest of the first semi-final. I think these are the songs that make the first semi-final a strong semi-final. So that's why I think that these entries would have qualified from the first semi-final if Eurovision wouldn't have been cancelled this year. Now the qualifiers of the second semi-final I think would have been Greece, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Iceland, Latvia, Armenia, Bulgaria, Denmark, Serbia and Georgia. This semi-final would have been the weakest one of the two, like again I've said many times before in my videos. And I think that that's why entries like Georgia, Latvia and even San Marino, who weren't that big of fan favorites this year, could have actually done pretty well this year and would have had a pretty good chance at qualifying, I think. The countries that I think would have made the top 5 in the grand final of Eurovision 2020, I think are, starting at number 5, Lithuania. I think Lithuania could have gotten their best result ever this year at Eurovision. I don't know if they would have actually won. I mean, they had been on the first place of the bookmakers for a while, and I think they would have especially done really well with the televotes. But I don't know if they would have won. But I think that a place in the top 5 for Lithuania this year sounds really realistic. On number 4, I have Switzerland. I think Switzerland would have gotten a really good result this year. This song speaks to you and touches you even though you don't speak the language, you still feel the song. And Jon Stiers also has a really good voice live, and the staging would have been choreographed by Sacha Jean-Baptiste, so you know that the staging also would have probably looked really good. So I think that a top 5 placement could have been easily achieved. Now on the third place I have Russia. Just like Russia placed on last year, I think Russia would have had a really good chance of being the televote winner. We have quite a lot of entries that would have had a pretty good chance of being the televote winner, but I think Russia is definitely one of them. Their song and staging would have really stood out. They really have that wow factor, but I don't know if they would have won the actual competition though. And on the second place I have Bulgaria. Bulgaria would have had a really good chance at winning this year, I think. They were on the first place of the bookmakers the last time they were updated before the cancellation of Eurovision 2020, so the bookmakers predicted Bulgaria to win, and that does not sound crazy to me. I just think that Bulgaria would have gotten a place somewhere in the top 3. Then on the first place is Iceland. I think that Iceland would have been the winner this year, or at least would have had a really good chance at being the winner this year. I feel like Iceland could have gotten their first Eurovision victory ever this year. I mean, they're still being played on the radio all over the world. I feel like Iceland is liked by almost everyone who hears this song. It's original, it would have stood out, it's a feel-good song. So I think that Iceland was the strongest contender to win this year and had a really high chance of winning the trophy this year. So that's what I think the top 5 could have looked like this year. Unfortunately, we will never find out if this actually would have been the top 5. Eurovision 2020 just really was the year for countries that had never won Eurovision before, because a lot of countries that had never won Eurovision before had a really good chance of finally winning, and them not winning is pretty sad. Luckily, we did still get a Eurovision show, Eurovision Europe Shine a Light, which I really liked. I think it was a really nice alternative for the actual Eurovision Song Contest, and it also looked very promising for next year's edition in my opinion. And next year we will have an actual Eurovision Song Contest again in Rotterdam with the same stage design and the same hosts, but I don't know if we will keep the same theme and artwork. I do really hope so, because I think that the artwork and especially the theme open up will be more relevant than ever next year. I still have some videos planned for this year, including a video with my grandma about Eurovision 2020, so stay tuned. And again, thank you all so much for watching, commenting, liking and everything, even in this year when I was so slow with all my videos. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.